Hi, I have not only a friend, but someone that is incredibly important to me from a health and wellness perspective, and that is Linda Lesperance of Lotus Center of Oriental Medicine in Boca Raton, Florida. I have actually been seeing Linda for well over 15 years. I go to her for acupuncture, but what I've really noticed is that there's so much more than just acupuncture, and probably the best thing that I've ever done, because I used to get personal from right now. I have asthma, and a couple of weeks, or actually just about a week ago, I was wheezing and went to Linda, and she was able to, I feel 100 times better. But one of the things that we did was a virtual session. Tell me a little bit about, in your own words, about the virtual sessions you're doing for other people.
Well, I'm loving the virtual sessions, and I'm incredibly grateful for how many people are getting on board because they're realizing they just can't go anymore to certain people. And I think everybody is feeling like they need some self-care. They need to look after themselves in this time. There's a lot of stress going on. So people are coming in and they are discussing. Some people are, existing patients with their normal backaches and all sorts of different things that I do treat, physical ailments. And then I'm getting newer people with, the anxiety of the times. That's manifesting also as knee pain and shoulder pain and
Mhm.
headaches. I really do treat a gamut of things, and people are enjoying it. I'm doing, traditional medicine, Chinese medicine diagnoses, face, eyes, tongue, um, and it's been very successful so far. And I'm hoping to keep on doing this, even as we get into less quarantining, as people come back. There are those who are busy, and gosh, we can do a half an hour and they're ready to go for another week, and they're feeling great when they get out of it. So I'm loving it.
I think one of the beautiful parts, and I've seen so many businesses right now, I see this as a fantastic time to reinvent ourselves, both personally as in businesses. And I know that there's so many businesses that have said with this virtual environment that they're going to keep doing it after, because in part, I mean, if you're someone who's watching right now and that you don't live in Florida, you may live in California or in Texas or someplace, it doesn't matter. You're not limited by geography. When someone is right now listening to this and they're wondering, hey, I'm having some pain or anxiety, should I call you? What would you be your advice for them?
I would say please do, because I can really help you. We can do nutrition. We can do magnets and cords, which we will talk about. And we can do herbal consults. And sometimes just having somebody to talk to on a platform that is HIPAA compliant and private, and you know that your stuff stays with me and mine with you, that's helpful, and it's beyond helpful. It can really calm somebody down. And I am there for my patients. And I don't want to stay 24/7, but sometimes it feels like that. And that's okay.
That's fantastic. Um, Please tell everyone your website, your contact information, because that's really important.
I think the best way to get hold of me if you want to go through the virtual consult is to call my office, and that is 561-353-4150, and we'll set you up with an appointment. And then you can go to the platform, which is doxy.me/Lotus Center. And if you want to have a look at who I am, where I've been, what am I doing, please go to the Lotus Center of Oriental Medicine.com in Boca Raton, Florida.
That's fantastic. Um, I, since I've been going to, one of the things that I have so many people ask, and I see um, both online and person, is people looking for CBD oil. I know I've used it, and I know that you've given me CBD oil both from a topical and also that I ingest. Both have been fantastic. Can you share a little bit about the CBD products?
I really carry three companies in my practice. One is, and everybody knows Charlotte's Web. I love that company. It has been around for a long time. I love what it stands for and why these guys got together to start to help this little girl with her seizures. And just recently, or within the past year, I've gotten together with a bunch of acupuncturists who created their own CBD formulas, but mixed them with Chinese herbs. And because that goes so well with my practice, I really incorporated that one. It's my top seller. I
Oh,
love
that's
it.
fantastic. And that's, again, you're not limited if you happen to, you don't need to be in Boca.
No,
You can be anywhere and have that shipped to you. One of the
absolutely.
things that I really like is just the calming effect, the sleeping. Just for somebody who's not tried CBD before, there isn't the THC
No,
involved.
no, you're not going to get that spacey feeling. All it's going to do is kind of wake up your own system, and it's going to create that nourishment, and that, especially the ones with the Chinese formulas in them. Some of them are for more directed towards pain, some of them towards calming and sleep, and there's one that's called Revitalize, which is really, if you like exercising and you want to feel like you can go as strong as you can, but also when you come home, you can take a little dropper of that and feel like you haven't sort of spent all of your energy. It will revitalize you into your day. It's lovely.
I like that.
Mm.
I think that that's probably, I've done the magnets myself. I love the magnets. Talk a little bit about the magnets, please.
The reason I've chosen the magnets is that I did an extra year of my Chinese medicine school, just concentrating on what we call the extraordinary vessels. Most people, most practitioners will deal mostly with what we call the rivers and streams of the body, the top portion of our meridians. There are within us these 8 extraordinary vessels that are like the seas, and they are deep within our bodies. And when we access those, we can literally change the way we react to our environment. So that's what the magnets and cords are really targeting. And there are 8 different ways, and actually 16 different ways of using those. And depending on how you're feeling, I'm going to guide you to the points that you need. And we can be doing that for a week. We can be doing it for a few days and then have a check-in and say, I feel better, but this has come up. And then we can change. So it's an ongoing, lovely thing. It really, really is. And it shifts you. It shifts the way you react to your environment.
Hmm. I would say for myself, one of the number one uh, testimonial, if you will, is that when I first came to you, I'd get sick. Not a lot. I mean, I'd get bronchitis probably once a year. Actually, twice a year, usually on Christmas and my birthday. um, but it's usually about twice a year. And really now, not very often I get sick. And one of the things that I really enjoy about the whole practice itself is it's so much preventative of building up immune system, and so that I don't get as sick as often.
Absolutely. I mean, we are always under some kind of duress, if it's our own making or if it's environmental. And so our bodies get out of balance. And when we get out of balance, what happens is, I like to call it dis-ease. And that's the beginning of something that could turn into something very huge. But when you use Chinese medicine at that particular point, or even a little bit further along, it eliminates that. It gets your body back into balance, and it gives the immune system, which is such a complex and beautiful system, the time and the energy and everything that it needs to really balance you out, bring you to real good health. It is something that it's self-care. It's what we should be practicing all the time. We brush our teeth every night. We should probably do magnets and cords every night.
I love that. Again, your phone number for people to call you?
561-353-4150. And if I'm not answering, it's because I'm either with a patient or dealing with some other crisis, if you will. So leave me a message and I will get back to you.
That's fantastic. I really want to thank you for your time today. I'd like to do this again. You've made a great impact on my life. And please, if you have never experienced Chinese medicine, I highly recommend it. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Brian. And it's been a pleasure. And I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their day. Thank you.